Welcome back to Gun Runners, Gun Dogs and Game Birds, my place for gun dog and game bird related topics. Today on the channel, I want to talk about wind direction, how important it is in tournaments and when you're hunting to work the wind direction properly so that you can score on those birds faster or give your dog the best chance of finding birds that he might overrun or that he might miss. So I hope you stay tuned, because right after this I'm going to show a little clip of how to plant birds so that your dogs can get the most out of them. I think I've went over this before, but just in case some of you guys haven't seen it, you see how that sage is blowing over this direction? You always want to plant the bird on the side where the scent can get out of the cover pretty fast, and the dog, like if you look right out here's the trail. So I'm going to put the bird right over the edge of the cover. I want to hide it to the point to where I don't want the dog to find it, but I also need the dog to be able to smell it. So, like I said, take your cage. You got the bird in the cage, and just flip it over, like that right there. Now you see that cage is sitting kind of out in the open. Just take and put a little cover up against it. Like I said, I don't like to cover up the grating. And when I say cover up the grating, if you look right here where my finger's at, you can see it's expanded metal. All right. There's expanded metal on this other side, so the scent will still travel through the cage, but you want to break up the outline on the top. So kind of put a little cover right on the top of it, just like I did there, and maybe just a strand or two on the sides, so it's kind of broke up a little bit. And if you look back over here now from out of the cover, you can see that it blends in pretty good. But it can still blow through. It can still blow through the grating. As long as that cover stays on top of it, we should be okay. So I'm not going to be gone that long, so hopefully the wind won't pick up too much before we get back. So like I said, here's the roll. There's the cover. It's not right on the road, but it's close enough to the road to where it shouldn't have any trouble smelling from this trail right here out to this cover. If the wind was blowing in the opposite direction, you wouldn't want to plant it on this side. If you wanted it to be over there on that side where it's about 15 yards from where I'm at now, 12 to 15 yards. Probably the dog could smell it, but depending on how good your wind is would depend on whether or not the dog actually gets a full nose of it. So if I was going to be planting it on that side where the wind was blowing in that direction, I would put it right on the edge of the cover over there. And on this side, I put it on the edge of the cover over here because the wind's blowing this direction. Same way if it's blowing up and down the field this way, you put it on the end of the block over here, or you'd put it down here at the end of the block. So anyway, for you guys that are just starting out, I hope that helps explain how to plant a bird so your dog can smell it the easiest.